Judicial District Court met this morning for their normally scheduled monthly session. They were presented with 104 cases. Included in those cases was the case involving Brownsville police officer Trujillo. As you recall, on July 17, Officer Trujillo discharged his weapon, causing the death of Mr. Jose Rolando Rodriguez. It was conducted solely by the Texas Department of Public Safety, Texas Rangers Division. This morning, Ranger Patrick O'Connor and Ranger Antonio Sanchez presented their findings to the grand jury. Based on the applicable law, specifically Texas Penal Code Chapter 9, Section 9.51, and based on the facts as determined by the Rangers and their conclusions, based on said facts, the grand jury no-billed Officer Trujillo. That is to say, the Rangers and the grand jury concluded that Officer Trujillo was justified in discharging his weapon at Mr. Jose Romano Rodriguez.
Rangers would like to comment. These incidences such as this one happen so quickly. It's just a matter of a second. Things go really bad. So that's how really it unfolded.
What was the incident that led up to this? What was the call he was responding to?
Well, the incident that led up to this was actually the incident itself. This is an incident that occurred while the officer was engaged with the individual. So it's not a continuation of another incident would happen at that moment. So if you're asking me what led to that encounter, it was the individuals that were involved in a theft of beer call. That's what led the officer to eventually.
Dashcam video of Officer Trujillo, autopsy report, and the one photograph, and you'll recognize the relevancy of the photograph when you see it, and when you see the officer's statement.
Is there surveillance video from the convenience store where they stole the beer?
No.
So at this point, we're not going to know any statement as far as what led to the clearing of any kind of the investigation?
That will be revealed to you in Officer Trujillo's statement.
Officer Trujillo's making a statement?
Yes, ma'am.
No, he gave a statement.
Oh, you gave a statement.
He gave a statement.
Do we know who stole the beer?
You will get that in the statement, in Officer Trujillo's statement.
Is that a video statement?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're getting his video statement.
Correct. Of
And
what
separate
happened.
from that,
Of
his
what
dash
happened, what he
cam.
did, and what he did. Ongoing.
The
So we
chief,
couldn't say who was involved?
I couldn't say who was involved because they were in charge of the investigation.
chief,
Can we ask why? Can we ask them why did it take, why couldn't you guys release a name?
By policy, we're not allowed to make any comments to the media. We'd have to address you to Johnny Hernandez, our public information officer. If I can give you his contact information, he would be able to share that with you. But by policy, we can't make any statements.
Chief, how do you feel about your officer being no-billed in this case because there is a lot of speculation going on? How do you feel that he was cleared and now he's able to go back and patrol?
Well, first of all, I want to say that we are really going to thank the District Attorney's Office and, of course, Texas Ranger and Mr. Gilman for their hard work, due diligence, and seeing this case through. Obviously, it's a difficult time for everybody involved. Obviously the family, the police, and the police family as well. Obviously, Officer Trujillo being back at work and having to go through this process, it's very difficult to have to go through and to endure something like this. And obviously, I'm happy for him. And looking at what happened with the officer, we look at policy and procedures, and everything kind of just fell into place. We're just waiting for the investigation to play out so that we can eventually come here and discuss this with you. So yes, we're actually, it is obviously a tremendous relief to the officer, any officer that has to go through this kind of an ordeal.
Are you gonna be